much, Chairman. Colleagues, I'm going to give you 3 reasons to vote against this. First of all, it is out of keeping with what is already there. Secondly, there will be a loss of privacy to both existing residents and to those who could potentially be moving into the development. And thirdly, indeed, Mick has touched on this in all conversations that we've had previously with officers and with the political leadership of the council, we have identified this as land for housing for older people. So, each of these in turn, out of keeping. Whenever we've had previous planning applications where the proposed development is radically different to what is already there, we have tended to reject it on the grounds that it is not in keeping with what is already in place. We have here a proposal to put a 2-storey, 8 2-storey homes opposite 6 single-storey bungalows. And we are now being told that this radical difference is a virtue because it will give a stepped approach to the appearance of the site. Previously, we would have rejected this on the grounds that it was out of keeping, and I'm slightly baffled as to why this policy seems to have been turned on its head in this case. Secondly, loss of privacy. What is not quite obvious from the photographs that you've seen is that most of the land in question is actually on a plateau which sits about half a storey above the existing ground level of Sunhill Court. Therefore, building on that site 2-storey homes will mean that the residents of Sunhill are looking directly into the bedrooms of the new development, and the people in the bedrooms of the new development will be looking directly into the apartments of Sunhill. And it's not just that area where there will be a loss of privacy, because these 2-storey homes will overshadow a lot of the housing within the area, and therefore houses on a further away from the site, like Ravensworth Terrace, will also be affected as well. And thirdly, we have consistently argued that this is a site for housing for elderly people. I want this site to be developed, but it has to be appropriate. And only part of this site was actually previously part of the footprint of the Sunhill building. The rest of it was open grass space, which was effectively regarded as part of the garden of the old Sunhill. And all the conversations that we've had with officers, with the state officers, with the political leadership, including just 2 months ago with the leader of the council, we identified this site as being very appropriate for housing for older people. And the reason being is that there's a tendency within Sunniside for the older people to move into Sunhill, and that freed up housing for families, and it was people were more appropriately housed. So, I would therefore ask you to reject this application for 3 reasons. It's out of keeping with the area, there will be a loss of privacy to both existing residents and to new residents, and this is an area which should be used for housing for elderly people. And I would urge that if you're not going to reject it now, then at least have a site visit and particularly look at the difference of the land levels to understand why this application could result in so much loss of privacy.